Do you remember hearing stories or reading books when you were a kid and growing up? Someone was trying to teach you something, and maybe there was a lesson in some of those stories that they were trying to get you to understand. Well, one of these that was very popular was the tortoise versus the hare. And in this story, it was going to be a race between the tortoise, the turtle, who is slow and steady, and the hare, who's very fast, like a rabbit, moving. They knew they could win. This wasn't even a race. So in this story, it talks about how the hare, being very fast, got to a certain point and said he could take a nap. And the turtle, the tortoise, going very slow and steady, in the end, I may not want to spoil it, but the tortoise won. And that's because slow and steady, he just took his time and just kept moving, versus the hare, who got to a certain point and stopped. And this reminds me of a trend that I've been hearing that I think might be really important for you to maybe talk about with your kids, understand, or maybe kind of notice how they learn, but also for yourself. So like the hare, one thing that we can do really well when we're young and when kids are taught is about reading. So speed reading is one thing that you can do well. You can become a really fast reader, but how often do you read something? You might read it fast or slow, and then 5 minutes later you don't even remember what you read. You weren't really engaged in what you were doing, but you could do it fast. Versus speed reading, versus something that's becoming a little more popular and a little more of a skill that is actually in demand, is called speed understanding. And this means that not only can you maybe read something quickly or you learn something quickly, but you understand and you can apply it to your situation. So you're taking a class, you're trying to learn a new concept, you're learning about your finances and areas where you need to get better, or something that you don't even know about. Instead of just speed reading, what's the right answer? What's the next step I need to do? What are the pros saying? Understand where you're at today so that you can make progress, and so that all along the way you know what you're doing. Speed understanding. We find that many times we need to watch something or listen to something, and you may need to do it a few times so that you actually understand the concept of what's happening to now go and apply it to your own situation. So hopefully this is helpful for you to maybe share with someone, or for you even to try and increase a skill that seems to be coming a little bit more in demand: speed reading versus speed understanding. Really being able to understand things quickly so that you can actually apply them to whatever you're doing. I hope this is helpful. We really want you to understand what you're doing with your finances. So if we can help you in any way, please reach out.